Good afternoon and welcome to Nightly News. My name is Cierra, and today is Friday, March 20th, 2020. And first, we have some breaking news. A UCF student tested positive for the coronavirus. In an email from Dr. Michael Dyken Thursday, he says the student may have developed symptoms as early as March 6th. Dyken says UCF believes the student has not been on campus since March 9th, however. The student is recovering away from campus. According to the email, a military contractor who works at the Partnership 4 building contracted the virus as well. Dyken says several of his colleagues have submitted tests. Dyken says interim President Thad Seymour continues to consult with public health officials to keep the UCF community safe. Nightly News will keep you updated on this developing story.
President Trump issued a new travel ban in an effort to contain the coronavirus outbreak. The ban bars foreign nationals from flying to the U.S. from Europe for 30 days. The restrictions initially included some European countries, but was later extended to include the UK and Ireland. Gavin Lorenzo said he was in the UK on a spring break trip when he heard this news, but it wasn't the news that scared him.
There was that bit of fear. It was more about, tomorrow what will happen? You understand? Like we were okay with what happened that day and what she mentioned, but we were like, what about tomorrow? What about the next day?
Lorenzo said he was able to fly back to the U.S. from London with no problems. Now, Nightly News reporter Alexis Coleman is going to show us how the coronavirus is impacting local businesses.
People continue going out during the coronavirus epidemic. Local businesses like McDonald's and Pounders have made changes to meet CDC guidelines in order to stay safe. At McDonald's, customers can go through drive-thru or come in for takeout. Owner of Pounders says they are slowing down the spread of the virus by moving their pickup service outside. Reporting in Crestview, Florida, Alexis Coleman, UCF Nightly News. Now, Cierra Ward will be telling you why bars and nightclubs will be closing.
Deserted parking lots, empty patios, and a lack of music surround many UCF bars. State bars and nightclubs closed their doors in response to an order by Florida Governor Ron DeSantis to curb the coronavirus pandemic. DeSantis says congregating at bars can be problematic. The effects of the closure are apparent at one local UCF bar. On a normal Friday night, many local UCF bars, like Night Library behind me, would usually be packed. However, due to the closures, it's currently empty. Many students say that because of these closures, they are now out of work. According to the Bureau of Labor and Statistics, there are over 12,000 workers in the food and beverage industry as of February this year. The bars and nightclubs will be closed for at least 30 days. There is currently no expected opening date for these establishments. DeSantis' order did not apply to restaurants. However, they do have some restrictions. Nightly News reporter Tiana Sconyers will tell you what those restrictions are.
Many restaurants are limiting seating capacity in response to Governor DeSantis' order. Since the coronavirus outbreak, although restaurants in the Orlando community have limited customer access and put up chairs, the businesses continue to proceed. As you can see, signs all throughout restaurants like Seuss High Station limited their seating capacity by 50%. However, other restaurants like Chipotle are only accepting to-go and delivery orders. Some restaurants are taking precautions by handing out utensils to prevent the spread of germs. In Orlando, Tiana Sconyers, UCF Nightly News.
The university sent an announcement on Tuesday night that graduating spring seniors will not be having their commencement ceremony to combat COVID-19. I'm Jasmine Haynes, and I'll tell you more about how this affects this year's graduating class. Based on additional information received from the Board of Governors, UCF made the decision to cancel commencement ceremonies scheduled for April 30th through May 2nd. Interim President Thad Seymour sent an email to students stating this is sad and disappointing news, but we recognize that these ceremonies cannot move forward given the social distancing requirements. Tara Fellows is one graduating UCF senior who's disappointed she won't be having a ceremony to celebrate her milestone.
I worked 2 jobs at one time, so I feel like I worked super hard just for that little bit of recognition, and now, I can't get it.
It's unsure when or if another commencement ceremony will take place. This is just one of many events that have been canceled due to COVID-19. Cap and gowns can be reimbursed by Herff Jones. For more information, visit ucf.edu. Now, Nightly News reporter Charlotte Tratner will tell you more about Nighthon cancellation.
The 24th annual Nighthon is canceled following the university moving to remote instruction for the remainder of the semester. Nighthon, UCF's 20-hour dance marathon, raises money for the Children's Miracle Network. Executive members released a statement earlier this week announcing their decision. Students work to raise money and awareness all year. Last year, UCF raised more than $1.2 million. Reporting in Miami, Florida, Charlotte Tratner, UCF Nightly News.
Almost everything on UCF's main campus shut down this week, but one spot stayed open a little longer for students looking to get ahead in their studies. The UCF library has been staying open for students earlier in the week, but is now closed until further notice. The library is starting a books by mail service so that students can still have access to books they need in quarantine. UCF mathematics major Unai Zabalata explains why he's worried about remote instruction.
Yeah, I have a physics laboratory class, and the laboratory cannot be made from home, so I don't know how the professor will work that out.
Here at the John C. Hitt Library, even though all classes have moved to remote instruction, students can still benefit from the resources the library has online. Ask a Librarian is an online chat where students can get quick answers to their questions. UCF student Casey Arlotta says she believes this situation will have long-term effects.
Oh, I definitely feel bad. Some students, I know a couple of my friends actually can't really study as well unless they're at the library, so I know it's gonna take a toll, probably on their grades actually.
Students that rented items due by March 10th now have until April 30th to return them. In Orlando, Jordan Markoff, UCF Nightly News. The UCF Library plans on leaving these resources available to students for the rest of the semester. Coming up, find out more about how the Orlando Magic responded to the coronavirus pandemic. Stay tuned.
Last week, Utah Jazz center Rudy Gobert tested positive for the 2019 novel coronavirus, or COVID-19. Gobert testing positive turned out to be the domino that pushed the NBA to postpone the remainder of the regular season during this pandemic. Downtown Orlando has become a ghost of its former self, especially near the now quiet Amway Center, home of the NBA's Orlando Magic. Now, in compliance with the rest of the NBA, the Orlando Magic in downtown Orlando have also agreed to no longer play regular season games for the time being. However, the organization has made efforts to help with the community and employees at Amway during this coronavirus pandemic. Orlando Magic CEO Alex Martins released the following statement on the organization's stance toward the NBA's pause. As we've said from the beginning, the health and safety of our fans, employees, players, and partners is our top priority, and thus we fully support the NBA's decision to postpone games. We will continue to stay in contact with the league and local, state, and federal health experts as we closely monitor this public health crisis. During this period of increased focus on public health due to COVID-19, we ask that our fans continue to practice healthy habits as outlined by the CDC. In addition to postponing their season, the DeVos family, owners of the Orlando Magic, pledged a $2 million compensation fund for Orlando Magic, Amway Center, Lakeland Magic, and Orlando Solar Bear employees impacted by these season suspensions. In Orlando, Kyle Partain, UCF Knightly News. According to the Orlando Magic organization, about 1,800 employees will receive paychecks for missed games due to the suspension. And just like the Magic, UCF Athletics has also been impacted by the pandemic, and Nightly News reporter Armond Sarduy is there to take us through the university's response.
Thanks, Kyle. Well, the coronavirus not only affects sports worldwide, but here at UCF as well. But there's some hope on the main campus that stadiums and ballparks will be filled again. The college sports world is shocked after the NCAA canceled all remaining winter and spring championships, but the effect of the coronavirus did not stop there. The American Athletic Conference says that all competition is canceled for the remainder of the academic year. UCF Athletic Director Danny White says he was surprised by the cancellation of college sports.
Kind of getting over the shock, and I'm not sure I have, of the cancellation of NCAA championships. I certainly would have hoped we would have postponed.
The baseball and softball teams got off to a hot start to their seasons before it came to an abrupt end, even ranking in the top 25. College sports are canceled for the rest of the academic year, most notably baseball and softball. However, UCF Athletic Director Danny White is hopeful that college athletes can compete on a high level once again. The men's and women's basketball teams never had a chance at postseason play due to the virus. White says that he supports college seniors receiving another year eligibility and wants to make it work.
I have to figure out some flexibility there to make it work. And I don't think we should stop at the spring sports. Just because the winter sports got to play the whole regular season, you can't snatch away that championship opportunity.
But for now, with corridors and stadiums empty, fans will have to wait before cheering on their Knights once again. Reporting in Orlando, Armond Sarduy, UCF Knightly News. UCF Athletics said they'll issue refunds for fans who purchase tickets to games and events. Knightly News will keep you updated on the latest regarding the coronavirus. In other sports news, guard Cesar De Jesus announced on Instagram that he's leaving UCF and turning pro. The redshirt junior finished the season averaging 9.5 points and totaling 71 assists. He posted, "Excited to see what's next for me, my family, and my journey. I plan on continuing my basketball career as a pro. Being said, my collegiate career will end here at UCF. We'll forever be grateful for you, UCF." Well, that's our time for right now. Thanks for joining us. Remember, you can keep up with us by following us on Instagram at UCF Knightly News. And if you got story ideas you want us to know about, send it our way. You can reach us at nightlynewsucf@gmail.com. Thanks for watching and have a great day.